Alrighty, there we go. I am just quickly going to double check something. 1 2 1 2. Okay. Hey. Okay, perfect. Oh man. There seems to be a little bit of noise coming in through. Fascinating. Oh well. Okay. I think that's fine. We'll work with it. I mean, technically I can disable the noise suppression. Oh geez. No, never mind. What's that chirping noise? That's weird. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna disable monitoring. There we go. Alright, perfect. So, what do we got? What do we got? We got animations. Animations. So we need to open up the project. We need to get the animations out of the project and into our game. Which means we have to replace some stuff. Okay. Let's see here. Hands rig. So we do have 2 rigs here that need to be migrated from the hands to somewhere else. Need to get them migrated back to their own projects. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. So we get the environment stuff. Oh, wait, really? This was made in 4.1? Nah. Oh yeah. I guess it was. Or maybe at some point it was ported over. Actually, no. No. I remember what we did. We made a copy. This is Hands Rig Blend. So I made a copy of the project and I extracted the high poly version from it. And it is now sitting in a separate file. So this is technically the correct version. File written by newer Blender. 306.13. Okay. We still don't have the bar. Okay, let's just do this. I'm not entirely sure why this was somehow opened in 4, but I'm gonna open it back up. Don't load UI. I'm just gonna do this. Yep. And then I'm just gonna save it. And it's gonna crash. Hopefully without corrupting anything. Okay. I guess we might have to continue in Blender 4 for this one. Okay. There we go. Sure. Fair enough. We'll continue working here. What's the first thing we need to do? Hide the environment. And then we need to export this. What is it? What's the shortcut? Control-Alt-R. You must select one mesh or object. What are you talking about? Oh. That's not what I want. Oh, is it remeshing it? Control-Alt-R. I think it might be remeshing it. It is. It is remeshing it. Dang it. Okay, so Control-Shift-R. I'm gonna have to change that. Remove shortcut. No. Add shortcut. Control Shift R. Fair enough. That's going to be our new shortcut. We're going to save preferences. Okay. Dreadtail. Engine. Models. We do have our Godot export. Yep. Visible objects only. Placeholder materials. That's our preset. Models. Player. Alrighty. Let's see, huh? Okay, while it's exporting its slow ass export, I'm just gonna quickly set my phone on charge. Yay. Cool. Oh, see those emotes flying? Somebody be lurking in the background. Okay. Just gonna need to copy and paste an image. There we go. Mayhaps. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening with the Edward needle hands over there, but there we go. Now we need to get the animations back to the original scenes so that we can export the train. Okay. Hopefully we will be okay. Let's see. Maybe. Would we be able to export this as an asset? Let's see. Where would we do this? Here? Nope. Somewhere. We would do this somewhere. It might actually just be here. Action clip. Action. Nope. Modifier. Envelope noise limits. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, no. Similar, but not actually what it is. Ah, okay. I think we gotta be editing this stuff. All right, let's see if this will actually work. So we're not gonna do current file. We're gonna do all. Let's make. Can we make a new folder? No. Save asset catalog. User library. Okay, path to the asset library does not exist. Oh no. Okay, let's see. Could have sworn I've said it. Let's do assets, Blender libraries. Accept. I think I didn't save it. There we go. Okay. Half-Life 1 has more people than Concord right now. Oh god. Lovely. Lovely. Justice. Okay. So, copy pose. No. I don't want to copy the pose, though. Okay, we might be able to do something along the lines of opening up the other scene. Let's see, what is it? Rail service tunnel. Okay. And then let's see if we can append into it. What are we appending? So from the player scene, hand rig, we should have animations. We don't. Actions? Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, we can just append the entire animation right away. Dude, that is awesome. Okay. Temp hatch, train service, door open. Yeah, that's door open. What's the name of the other animation, though? What's the agenda for today? Get this out of Blender and into the project. And move on to the third animation, which I think is going to be a bit simpler. We're going to have less movable dynamic objects. Okay, rail service shelf move. That's what I want to import here. Let's get over here. Rail. Oh, Godot's being a fussy child. Pay attention to me. Rail service shelf move. Append. Yes. Okay, this is gonna switch to dope sheet. Action editor. Uh-huh. Okay, and then we have the movement. Ah, that's perfect. We just move it back like this. Fan-flippin-tastic. There we go. It's a little weird that the keyframes weren't showing up before. Okay, now, we did adjust this thing. It's a lot closer now. Is that actually as close? It is as close as it is in the editor. Okay, fair enough. Let's go to door. Train service door open. That's the animation, the action we need to import into this object here. So append. Okay. And that should be it. Protect it. Protect it. Nice. All right. So now I just need to adjust this stuff. Okay, so hopefully by the time the character runs out, they will still be looking out into the opening here. If not, we might have to delete some faces and then continue working with it. Okay. Now, in order for us to export this whole thing, we might have to move the door and the shelf into a separate collection, because we cannot export multiple armatures in one GLTF file. In hindsight, maybe making the door and the shelf being a part of the same armature would have been smart. Because then we just have to do one export. We could also technically combine both of them together, provided we don't have to make any more adjustments to the animation in the player. Merging it is going to be kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, let's see. Let's take this, move to collection, door. Let's do train service door. It's going to be called building. And then this thing, including the door, is going to be move to collection, train, service, shelf. Okay, hide this, hide that. And no more armatures. So we can go ahead and export this guy. Engine, models, locations. Arcade mode entry points. Might have to move this into a folder. Rail, service, tunnel. Which technically it's this thing, so I'm gonna move it after the fact. Okay. Wait a whole bunch of time for it to export. Lovely. There we go. All right. Now, we hide building. Start room is a part of the building. Okay, so we're just gonna export this right away. Put it in there. Service tunnel, door. And then, well, that exported quickly. And then service tunnel, shelf. So there's 3 animations, they're all going to be launched at the same time. Cool. Let's go over here. Give it a sec to update. All right. Perfect. It's a little kerfuffled, but that's okay. Don't need this anymore. That was only for reference. We are gonna enter here. Okay, models. Locations. Okay, hopefully it doesn't break any connections. We are moving stuff in Godot after all. And then we also have this access hatch, which we could just move into the... okay. All right. Thanks, Godot. Appreciate it. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Love it. Okay. Let's see. All right. How much do we lose? Did it move it at least? No, it did not. Well, actually, it moved one of the files. Perfect. Nope, that's the wall. So we got the door and we got the shelf. They've all been exported. The that. All been exported with the same coordinate. So this should line up. Yup. Okay. Nice. Okay, now we have 3 animations in total that need to be launched. I guess we'll just wing it and see how it works. Where is the alignment marker? There's the alignment marker. Okay. Fantastic. So we need to align the player to this marker. We have arcade mode, access hatch, and there's a player align in there. And then we'll have, don't need this door. We'll have another one here. Now, align player, cancel rotation. Not gonna lie, it's not the most comfortable way of handling this. Although, we could just make editable children. Here's the align root. Take the player, place it into align root. I lost it. Dang it. There you go. All right, clear rotation, clear location. And then just lift it up until we see it. There we go. Okay, it's almost correct. Oh yeah, I think that's pretty much as close as we really need to be. Okay. Hello? I'm pretty sure I don't need to be this precise. Nice. Alright, so then we will place... We'll take the player out of it. And then we have the player align node here, which we are now going to place into the player so that we could reset its rotation and location. That captures the player's transforms. And now I can simply place it as a child of that scene, undo editable children, and there we go. So now we've captured that location. A little involved, but it's fine, it works. So now, what do we got here? We've got inside dark. This is the beginning of the environment set. I suppose, let's do this. Var, this wouldn't be random. This would be based on which entry the, which number the player is. Or I guess the game would randomly assign it to the players. So let's do intro number. Let's do 1. if, or I guess switch, which is technically a match statement in Godot. So if it is 1, then we do this. One thing that throws me off with this match statement in Godot is that you don't have to do break at the end of each statement. If it's 2, then what do? Well, let's see here. I guess we'll start by using the same environment. Attach finish signal. Come to think of it, maybe we should just use the player's animation. Because then we just have to set only one signal. Let's do that. When the animation is finished, we go to general. We set the player FPS hands to be viewed from rendered from within the viewport. Okay, so we'll take the player, and then we know that the player has their animation, armature animation, where? Right here. Oh yes. So copy path. We also have a variable we can use. Connect the animation finished to this one. And now we need to check if the array of animations has the name of the animation in question. Then we're going to tell it this. Set the player state to general, which gives them control of the player, and then render the hands from within FPS view. What is the name of the animation? Well, that arcade intro service and arcade intro hatch. And then once we do the other two animations, we'll add them here. Cool, that's one less thing to worry about. Transforms. This is us aligning the player for the animation to be correctly executed. So that's this one now. Okay, player state. Yep. I might want to copy paste it. I'll just place it here. Okay. What else can we do? Hands in game, same thing. And then this is where we launch an animation for the environment. So in our case, I'm just gonna quickly yoink this. Tell it to play. Which one is this? This is rail service tunnel door. And then this one, shelf move. Now curious, both of these have the animations. So this is another downfall of having complex animated objects. There's no way to filter out actions unless we do the whole _ no exp, but then we have to keep editing animation names. So, man, this kind of sucks. This sucks. Oh well. At least we got something. I'm just not gonna complain about it. And then player FPS hands would have to play the animation. Arcade intro service. Yes. Alrighty, so we're gonna set this to 2. We're not gonna randomly generate it just yet. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. So that's a bit of a problem. So we have a weird offset in animations. Now it looks like it's off by just a few milliseconds. I'm not sure what's happening. Let me double check this. Dot synchronize armature animations. Animations sync up by frame. Oh, that's Unity 3D. What are you giving me? Oh. Importing two armatures from same Blender project results in missing actions. Not quite what I need. Also, Godot forums are as fast to load as they always are. Syncing sprites. Okay. Now, it looks like it's just off by like a few milliseconds. Let me double check if I can do some like... What? I think there's await, right? We can use await, and then we'll tell the player to run. How do we use await? It's a newfangled edition. Oh no, await is like a try catch, isn't it? GDScript reference. Await. Waits for a signal coroutine to finish. Okay, so this is for making synchronous calls. Previously used for coroutines, kept as a keyword for transition. Right, so this is for making code run synchronously. So it actually stops the code and waits for the result to come back before continuing. Okay, so not what I need. No. We need to have some sort of a delay. So I'm going to undo editable children. We're going to add a timer. Let's do anim sync delay. One time, 10th of a second. That's 100 milliseconds. Let's go 30 milliseconds. The way we've done this with the tunnel, we had the same exact issue with the tunnel. I don't know what it is about Godot, but for some reason, it cannot keep the animation synchronized. Something about, I don't know, maybe it's like waits a frame or something before launching the animations, which seems kind of dumb. So, but the way I had fixed it in the hatch animation is by shifting the hatch animation. I think it was running a little late, so I shifted to the right a little bit. Now, instead of doing that in the animation, we're going to try to do it in code here. See how that works. Okay. Right, so we're not going to keep this here. We're going to tell this to start. Now that's going to be a pain in the ass when it comes to increasingly interactive cutscenes. Why did we not have a problem with this before? Or maybe we did and I just never noticed. We also don't have that many animations that involve interacting with other things. Okay. So that looks like it's late. Let's tell it to start at 0.1 second. Yeah, now this at this point cannot be a coincidence. This has to be something wrong with either maybe FPS setup or something. Well, it doesn't make sense for it to be an FPS issue because the player hands and all these other objects have been animated in the same exact place. Okay, you know what? If it's late, starting it late doesn't make sense. I think we need to start the player a little bit later. So we're gonna move the player code here. Would be kind of funny if you could put a negative time into the timer and it would force it to start a bit earlier. As conundrumous as that sounds. Okay, so let's see. There we go. Okay, that actually looks almost perfect. Our hands are a little bit hovery, so maybe we can go 0.9. 0.9 or 0.8. Okay, we can kind of see a bit of a gap there. I think all I have to do is just move the player just a touch to the left. Oh yes, I think that's exactly what the problem is. Let's see. There's a little stutter. It could be the cause. I don't see how, however, a stutter only affects one single animation and not all of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna move. Oh, okay. There it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna move this maybe in global space. Nope, doesn't make a difference. Just a little bit over here. I think that should compensate for the hands not lining up. That's a peculiar issue for sure. Yeah, twice already in a row. The only common thread is that the animations have to be split between two different armatures. Does it like launch one armature and then wait a frame and launch the next armature? Even then, it wouldn't really be that egregious. Okay, that seems to contact a little bit better. And we'll have to move the table or shrink it and do something to it. Okay, that is actually pretty good framing. Just us seeing this. This looks pretty good. Now, by the time the character comes out of this area, we need to change our environment. Actually, our environment is supposed to be already pretty light. Okay, we have a service hatch, which sets this arcade evening. Let's maybe make it just be that already, right away. We could make an alternate version of the animation. Or alternate version of the environment for the inside. Maybe something that has a lot more volumetrics and dust. Hand is a little late there. So I think we still need to move the player line just a touch this way. Not too bad. I can see the handle phasing just a touch through the palm. I could still see a tiny gap. Come on. Actually, I can see that it's just a tiny bit out of sync. Just a tiny bit. Now, how's that out of sync? What moves first? The shelf or the hand? I swear, I might just have to have a player armature animation that literally has these props as a part of the armature. Or we might have to have a separate player armature for these intros. What the heck? Well, that one was perfect. I did nothing. I did literally nothing. And now I don't see the gap between the hand and the shelf. What? Maybe it is the stutter. Maybe we should make the... Oh, okay. There was the stutter. Just a very short one. Okay. No, that's... Okay. There's a tiny bit of movement, but you have to be looking for it to notice it. Okay. Interesting. The stumbling animation looks a little bit awkward, but again, we got to get this up and running first. Cool. That works. Okay, one of the problems right now is that I have to recreate all of the environment properties, all of the values in here in order to accurately set up the, let's say, the volumetric fog and everything. That is not cool. I'm gonna take a look at something. So, world environment takes a property. Okay, it takes an environment property. It is a resource. There does not appear to be a way of getting all the properties. No, there should be. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Get properties. Class get properties. Get property list, which is part of the object. returns the object's properties list as an array of dictionaries. Each dictionary contains the following entries: name, class name, type, hint strings, usage. So what I'm thinking is that either soon or at some point we might actually have to make a tool script that can update all of these values based on the environment we choose from our database. Because right now, in order to set the fog or volumetrics, I actually have to enable it and then bring back all the values, which is very annoying. And I was talking about wishing that Godot offered the ability to blend between environments. I think we might be able to make something like that as a tool script simply by giving it an array of properties to loop through and then have the matching set of properties in the dictionary, and it will just set the values automatically. In the editor, it would be instant. In the game, it would do what it does right now, which is load the properties one by one, or smoothly transition to those properties. But that would allow us to then handle environments. That would allow us to handle environments like loaded properties or resources. So the environment information would quite literally be in a file. And then we would just mess around with the values. We'd see them be live updated here. Okay. All right, well, let's leave that on the back burner because I still need to do a few more animations to make this work. Okay, I can't see anything. Just need to place something so we can see in this whole setup. Okay, so that's the second animation, minus any sort of fluff. Took us about 48 minutes to set up, but that's notwithstanding issues. Okay, we'll have to give the player a reason why they can't just walk through the left side. Okay, the table is phasing. Yes, and then we get access to the controls, and then we can just skedaddle. Okay, so what do we got going on here? We have a ceiling. And what we need is some rubble concrete to hide all these pieces. Okay. Let's start with the top piece. So I'm gonna place a what? A plane. Okay, well that's lucky. That is not so much. Don't really have a corner there to connect to. Okay, not a problem. Just use an edge. Okay, so what does this give us? This gives us a nice starting point to do some destruction. Let's say we do subdivision. Nope, not subdivision. Multi-resolution. As a matter of fact, we don't have to go that fancy. We could just do some subdivision here. Should we do this as a modifier or should we do this here? Okay, I'm gonna, let's see, can I dial back? No. Okay, everything is selected. Can't really dial it back, but that's fine. Before we do this, I might want to create a duplicate in case we balls it up. Can always just come back and redo it. Okay, we are going to select the edges. No, we want to make it so that we can modify the centers but not the edges, because we want the edges to be firmly connected where they are. So to do that, let's add all of this destruction. I'm going to add all these vertices to a vertex group, but we're going to go to vertex painting. Okay. I need to visualize this. Okay, what are we missing? So we've got the draw mode on. We have the vertex group selected. I don't see anything. Let's try add, flip. Really? So vertex groups and vertex paint might actually be two different things. Come to think of it. Okay. Fair enough. In that case, we'll do weight painting. Ah, look at that. That will be more accurate. So that's the vertex group we are painting on. We don't want to be adding. There we go. We need to make sure that only the edges are excluded. And I would like to display the 0 vertex value as black. Is it under view? It is not. I think it might be in the settings. Okay. That's not quite what I imagine. There was a separate setting that I recall had a feature to display 0 values as black. Might actually have been here. View. Interesting. Might actually be here somewhere. Show weight contours. 0 weights. I think this is it. Weight paint, opacity. And then 0 weights is supposed to be here. I think that's the feature. Let's see if we can switch to a different mode. So we have add, mix, darken. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's this feature, but we're missing something else. Display unweighted vertices. I guess that's only for vertices that haven't been weighted yet. So not quite. Oh well. That's fine. I think we've spent enough time looking for it. Okay, front faces only. Cool. So what does this give us? This gives us the ability to use this particular vertex group for displacement, and it's only going to affect the pieces in the middle. Okay. So we go to sculpt. Okay. We can, I think we should be able to limit our tool. Actually, we can displace it using a modifier. That's where we'd use the vertex groups. Okay. Well, don't need to open anything. Just need to set these dimensions. Now, we do still see a little bit of the corners. We need to smooth them out. Just going to disable this, and in sculpt mode, we do want to make it so that we can only smooth out the centers. We don't want to smooth out the edges. Now, can we extract the face sets from vertex groups? Okay, might have to do this way. Oh. Right. Actually, you know, that's the vertex group selections might actually just be only useful to us in the modifier. So if we smooth this out, sure hope I didn't waste a bunch of time doing this, but let's see. We need to basically repeat the process, but for sculpting. I'm going to mask out the edges. What is it? Alt-E or Control-E? Or just E? E. Perfect. So we can do a line. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, and then we go back to sculpt. Now we can smooth out all the faces except the very edges. Beautiful. And now, bring that back in, and it will tell it to only affect the destination. All right, not too bad. I think we can swap out a different texture. Vrono looks good. Tone down the strength. Maybe subdivide it one more time. Give it some more detail. Just the mid-level. And then couple this with a bunch of debris, bunch of intact pieces. I think that should be okay. Not bad. So all we have to do here is decimate. Hey, Antoine. Welcome back. Okay, we could do auto smoothing. Nice. Oh yeah, that seems pretty good. Cool. Okay, this seems like a approach that we could probably continue using. Let's try this on the bottom. I think that might be a problem. That has to be a quad. Otherwise the subdivision's not going to work too well. Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's a little awkward. And now we're just right back to this. Okay. Subdivide. Give me my quad back. Thank you. Okay, so we do have some faces there. I'm just gonna... Oh. There we go. Make that face. And perfect. So that's this one. We can manipulate the general shape of it. Just give it a slope. Yeah, there we go. I think that works. Alright, so duplicate, hide just in case. We're going to subdivide. Up, up, up. Nice. Okay, so same process. We're gonna have to do destruction, assign, and then we'll do weight painting. Ooh. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, now that's only for the destruction. We now need to go to sculpting. And repeat the process for painting. So M for mask. Okay. Let's reduce, reuse, ikiki. Mm-hmm. Cool. I think we can smooth out the mask just a little bit. Cool. All right, so back here. We don't have the texture here. And we don't need a texture here. We just need to do this. Smooth out the sharp corners. Displacement. Give it a clouds. Nope. Voronoi. Texture. Something like this. We're going to tell it to only use the destruction vertices so the edges are unaffected. Looking good, actually. Yeah. Okay. Subdivide, shade smooth, decimate. Beautiful. And there you go. There's our destructed pieces. The missing pieces of concrete. Okay, a whole bunch of other stuff is going to be added here. We need to hide these perfect angles. Something maybe to account for in the future. Maybe like pieces of moss hiding the edges. Cool. Actually, next time around, instead of doing these straight cuts by deleting the faces, I was thinking about this and I totally forgot to do it. Grab a knife tool and then just do like random knife cuts going along these various edges to randomize this. Okay, well, that's fine. So this is top destroyed concrete top, destroyed concrete bottom, and then this one needs to have collisions. Cool. And then everything else is disabled. Okay, so this is tunnel. Please don't break anything. Looks fine. Yeah, looks okay for the first attempt. Next time around, we'll just improve on it a little bit, make it more interesting. Now we wait ages for Blender to export. We can also obscure all the seams with some debris and foliage. Alrighty. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna assign a temporary material so we can see stuff. Let's see. Let's select a bunch of things. Nice. All right, let's see. I can see the hand popping up in the bottom right corner just a tiny little bit. Okay, and then the table. We talked about the lumber mill. Yes, so the lumber mill kit that you've put together, I want to see if I can reuse it here as a... Oh, okay. Got a little bit of a gap there. That's okay. Fix that up. Yeah, so the lumber mill kit building that you've put together, Antoine, I wanted to repurpose it also here as it's going to be like a warehouse, not a warehouse, but a enclosed space where the tram, the rail cart is going to be situated. Okay, take a look at the Discord, right? Yes, that's the kit I'm talking about. I can't find it anywhere in the files. Seems like it's vanished. Oop, not what I wanted to do. You removed it? Why? We're gonna actually use it. It's the buildings kit. Okay, so this is fine. We don't want to have access to this anymore after the fact. And we probably want to move some of these pieces over. In engine right now, re-adding it. Right. So why'd you remove it? These are some good looking lockers. I know, right? Good work on that. Okay, so this is the position we find the whole thing in. And then after it is fixed, it is here. So we have a piece of rubble that's blocking our view. Nice. Good to the Giga chat who made it. Did you change adjust the scale? Let's see if you did. Let's run this thing. we go. The hands are still clipping a little bit. Alright, so these lockers, they look like, let's see, how big are they? Right. So, to the Giga Chad, who made these lockers, maybe next time double check the scale. I told you to scale them by about what? Like 1.3? Let's double check that. Yeah, it's gonna clip, that's fine. Just gonna double check if this is the correct dimension. I think that might be almost 1.4. Yeah, Antoine, that's why you gotta place the props into the sandbox scene and actually test them. And the blank warning is, I don't know, it's just some random stuff. Gotta give it a sec. I think the lamp was also missing something. Okay, so that's 1.3. Yeah, maybe 1.4. .5 might just be. Let's see. Actually, I'm just gonna bypass the intro animation. .4 seems to be perfect. 1.5 I think might be a bit much. Okay. So yes, that's what we need. Scale it up to 1.5. Next. What do we got going on here with this table? So something needs to be blocking our way. Maybe reducing the size of the table will help. We're gonna need some sort of a shop paraphernalia. Like hammer, brushes, cans. We have some stuff. Not the tuna can. Not quite what we need. Okay, so we got this guy. When it's toppled over, being blocked by something. There is a lamp over there. We could add polish to it and animate the lamp moving a little bit. Get rid of those. Something's got to be holding this thing up. Yeah, that explains it. Cool. For the window, for the wall, with the sweat going down my ball. Okay. I think for the windows, I wanted to get some sort of shattering effect. We don't want to do it here, though. No, we want to do it here. There we go. When you save the disk terrain 3D, yes. Did I save it as a T-Res? Pretty sure I removed that one. Terrain textures, that's old. Terrain 3D data. Arcade level. Yeah. Oh, it is T-Res. What the shit? Okay, that's a little weird. It's kind of disappointed Eisenstadt Studio was based in Canada instead of, well, Eisenstadt. The Austria, right? Yeah, you know, it translates to something really cool, which is why I used it. Oh well. Well, I could always move there. I am leaving Canada. We'll make a, once we're a big fancy studio, we'll make an actual Eisenstadt branch. It will be like Rockstar North and Rockstar East or whatever. Let's see. Where are we? We're here. Okay, so we have the glass. I think we're gonna flip it. We're gonna separate by selection. And then we're gonna use fracturing to create glass. Apply scale, apply rotation. I'm gonna move it to a collection. Window glass. We'll probably disappoint it. Eisenstadt is really small. Hey, I mean, you know what? That's a bonus for me. I like small towns. I'm not a downtown type of guy. Man, Arya and I had been going through downtown Toronto in our last excursion. I posted some photos of some interesting views in the Discord photos chat. Man, it smells like piss and shit. That is a very disgusting city to walk through. I can't imagine how people it's literally like living in a dumpster. It's 012 here now. Toots for now. Sounds good, man. Thanks to Justin. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, it's very difficult to enjoy sighting when it just smells like an old urinary. It's a frozen latrine is what it is, man. Jeez. It's kind of been like that for a while, since before COVID and since before, you know, mass immigrations. Okay. Do we have the cell fracture plugin enabled? Yes, we do. All right. Cell fracture. So we need to introduce a bit of noise. No recursion. Okay, cool. Let's try that again. One recursion. Likelihood of recursion. Let's do 100%. Okay. Always imagine Canada to be spotless clean. It was 10 years ago. A little bit longer than that. Let's hide this. Beautiful. Repeat the process here. Okay, hide the original. Maybe we'll try that again. Looks a little too similar. Actually, maybe it's because the half noise percent. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, I think we might be missing something. The faces are separated. Dang it. Okay, let's try that again. Pretty sure we can get better results anyways. Let's try no edge split. Yes to split islands. I think that's okay. Oh, wow. That's going to be a big one. Let's do this one. Keep being totally overwhelming with Blender. It's really just a matter of spending more time with it. Eventually, you get wise to all the tricks. I'm just gonna place that there. Cool. And then if I hide everything, and then we can do maybe a random selection. Something like this. Okay, I'm going to maybe remove the shades smooth. Maybe. Can we do this? No. Not without some significant glitchiness. Low poly medieval asset pack today. Struggling with Blender. It's difficult but rewarding. It's just takes time. Certain frustrations do come through once in a while. Oof, okay, that beveling is just not very good. Okay. Well, let's just see what that looks like. Warehouse kit is already there. I don't see it. Where's the warehouse kit? Okay, I'm typing where. Where is the warehouse kit? I see a folder in the models, and it's called default cube dir test. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's called roof wall. There's not a single mention of the word warehouse here. That's probably why it wasn't popping up in the suggestion. But objects. Where's the object? Do we have objects, or is it just meshes? I guess it's just meshes. Okay, well, I mean, at least the meshes are there. What does the final scene hypothetically look like? Until we make it, it's kind of hard to communicate that, especially over chat, but let's see. Let me just make sure I export this first. Do this test. So, rail service entrance. We hide the door. Hide this. Yeah, so when you're naming meshes and when you're naming objects, TSCN files, make sure you actually include the name of the thing that the kit pieces belong to, because I use the search command quite extensively because there's really no other way to quickly traverse your file system. And yeah, it would help to traverse the environment, traverse the file system. Okay, are we done? Is that good? There we go. All right, so we got this. We have our windows. I'm going to quickly set up a material for this. Yes, we're just going to have refraction. Nice, so we got refraction happening behind. Okay, and for the time being, we're just going to save this. This is generic glass window. Could have combined it all. Okay, now that works, but to give it a more random look, we're actually going to select all of these pieces. I'm going to give them just a little bit of random transformation. Oops. Like that. I used this trick in the Angular project to get lots of shattered glass pieces. Works quite well. When the file system is at the bottom, the tool plugin doesn't work. Well, I guess you're gonna have to put the tool plugin on the left side. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see this. What do we do here? Dock this? How do we dock this? No. Okay, we do have... Do we have something here? Oh yeah, we have some buggy refractions is what we have here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so move to the bottom. And then what doesn't work? The scene setup? All? None of the actions work. Okay. Let's see. So we have warehouse kit model. Let's say select all these OBJs. And then the output for the scenes. I'm just going to do a quick test here. Objects. Test. Then we're going to do multicolor. Okay. So this is going to be static and collisions. 0 converted, 1 skipped. Okay, and if we put it back where it was before. Whoop. Converted. Interesting. I suppose they might have broken something when it comes to detecting selections. Well, that's fun. Also, I converted all this crap instead of these. Good thing it's gone into the test folder. 10 converted. Okay. Well, I mean, good to know. It's like we're going to have to keep it on the left side for the time being to get these operations up and running. Always lovely. Objects test. Where's the test folder? Hello? Objects. Test. Excuse me? Output. Objects. Test. Browse. We are clearly here. Resources. Objects. Test. I'm going to copy that path. File system. Objects. No test. What the shit? If I enter this here, it does not go there. What the shit? Apparently a whole bunch of stuff is broken with the file viewer. Oh boy. Okay, alright, let's just not try to fix the importer tool, because that seems like a whole lot of editor shenanigans. I don't know about you, but I think it might not be our fault there. Lovely. Alright, that's fine. I'm okay. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. Cool. Let's run this thing. Oh yeah, I bypassed the animation. Go away. There we go. The third animation is going to be character going through a destroyed building, dropping down from the second floor to the first floor through a hole in the ground, and then they cannot get out of the front door, so they climb out of the window. Okay, that actually works pretty well. Now the window, the glass, prevents any sort of light from shining into the inside. So I'm just gonna quickly put a spotlight, line it up with the camera. Oh, actually, we do have shadows. Okay, somehow the windows didn't get organized. Yo, what's up? Not much. Stuff is up. Also cholesterol. And blood pressure. Other than that, things are pretty well. Okay, so if we do have lights working and shadows working, then we should be able to line up the entire piece, the entire environment, to have the light just hit the object right. Although it does say that it casts shadows, and also all the glass being just loosely sitting inside of the same space is not exactly the most fun way to look at it. Let's maybe make it a child of the window. Nice. Okay, it did it to everything but the hidden ones. Let's do this. Also, I'm gonna displace the pieces a little bit more. Just like that. That should get the refraction. Okay, so now we can select, might as well just enable these guys as well, the original windows. Select hierarchy, select objects, and then yes, make parent. Cool. Like this, like that. Select objects. Not quite like this though. We need to do it like this. Where's that window? No, we're gonna have to. No, we can drop it inside. That's fine. Okay. Ah, it's part of the start room. Okay, let's just pop it in there. Nice. So now it's a child of the window. It's going to be organized inside of the node. And now, don't make it a part of the building, because we won't be able to hide everything but the building. Nice. You just select random. Nice. Yeah, that will work. Cool. Oh, well, that exported quickly. Sitting here waiting for nothing. Okay, the glass might actually lose material because it's no longer located in the same place it was before. Yup. Okay. It's very stylized glass. It doesn't really look all that realistic. The refraction seems to work. At least. That's good. Just enable some rim lighting. We're not going to see it here. Requires a directional light or some sort of a light source. And there's also missing dirt and defects and all sorts of fun stuff. I could technically do some cheap adjustments here. Let's say texture, utility. Do I have a noise? Don't have a noise. Okay. Do we want Perlin? Sure, yes. 512, 512. Nice. I also have this main screen plugin that is being initialized, I think, from my Eisenstadt tools. I need to find where that's happening and remove it. Okay, Perlin 01, going into the roughness. Cool. It's a little strong though. Just make it triplanar. Yeah. There's got to be more work done on the glass either way, so it's fine. Alrighty. I'm gonna have to place some set pieces here. So I think I might have to change the style of the window. We do see that the glass is not casting any shadows. That's good. That's the whole point. And we have this random flat plane we might have to get rid of. Cool. Okay, now this is fine. I got about 20 minutes left before I have to get something else done, some commitments. So let's wrap it up here, and then maybe we can also do another stream later today. Do some sort of precursor to the third animation. Cool? Alright. Cool beans. Alright, I'll see you folks in a little bit. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the company.